Hey guys, in this module I want to go over biochemical cycles. We'll cover this as well as the whiteboard activity in class, but this is just a little refresher. Remember, you can always pause the video or go back and rewind these things if you need extra help. Okay, so here we can see how energy flows through biochemical cycles. Okay, most biochemical cycles are processed through both a combination of air, plants, and animals, hence the name bio in the title here. Okay, first we're going to go over the nitrogen cycle. All life requires nitrogen compounds, for example, proteins and nucleic acid. Air, which is 79% nitrogen, that's the most abundant gas in our atmosphere, with oxygen only being about 21%, and it is a major reserve of nitrogen. Okay, most organisms cannot use nitrogen from the air. It must be processed in a different way. And plants secure most of their nitrogen in fixed forms, for example, incorporated in compounds such as ammonia. Okay, animals secure their nitrogen and all other compounds from plants, or animals that have fed on plants. So you're going to get the most nitrogen from plants that you eat, but you do get some from secondary consumers such as beef or chicken or things like that. So there are 4 processes in cycling nitrogen through the biosphere. Microorganisms play the primary role at all stages, and you can read those here. Here's a graphic based off of that. Remember, if it's going too fast in the video, please pause it so that you can read it. The next is the carbon cycle. And you can see how living organisms recycle carbon. Okay, I want to highlight here that carbon enters the biotic world through the action of autotrophs. So that means things that are able to produce their own food. Things like phototrophs and chemotrophs, or things that utilize photosynthesis or chemosynthesis. Photoautotrophs like plants and algae that use energy of light to convert carbon dioxide to organic matter, and chemotrophs, which are bacteria that do the same, but instead use energy derived from the breakdown of molecules in their environment, things like hydrogen sulfide and other things that humans actually can't be around. Okay, here's a graphic of the carbon cycle. Okay, sea salt cycling, which is the cycling of salts through the ocean. And here's an example of that. Photosynthesis. Most of you remember photosynthesis from biology. However, it is a process in which autotrophs convert energy from sunlight to carbohydrates or sugars that they use to gain energy, or glucose. And here's the photosynthetic equation. Cellular respiration. All cells undergo cellular respiration in order to maintain their energy and for the production of ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. You can read more on that here. 2 phases of photosynthesis. You have anaerobic phase and aerobic phase. Anaerobic meaning it does not require oxygen, and the aerobic phase meaning that it does require oxygen. Okay, and you can see the photosynthetic cycle here. All right, thanks guys.